As one of the biggest contributor to the state budget, state-owned enterprises become the icon of the pride of the nation. In this segment, I will deliver you some data about state-owned enterprises in Indonesia. The first data about interesting facts about Indonesia's state-owned enterprises. We're going to see Indonesia's state-owned enterprises in numbers. The first data or interesting fact about state-owned enterprises, there were 400 state-owned enterprises in the beginning of the independence period, and the number was decreasing, and until now, the numbers of the state-owned enterprises in Indonesia, only 115 are the numbers of SOE in Indonesia now. And then 3,200 trillion rupiah was the numbers of the SOE's revenues in 2018, and 250 trillion rupiah was the total contribution to the state budget. And 480 trillion rupiah was the total investment value during 2018 recorded by the SOE. And as I told you before, as I mentioned to you before, 200 trillion rupiah was the total state-owned enterprises profits in 2018. The Minister of State-Owned Enterprises, Rini said that 25 state-owned enterprises recorded benefits of 1 trillion rupiah during 2018. Rini added the numbers of assets that owned by the state-owned enterprises also increased. During 2018, the value of state-owned enterprises assets reached 8,020 trillion rupiah, going up from 2017 total asset that only 4,500 trillion. And how about the trend of total revenue of state-owned enterprises? We're going to see the data from 2016 to 2018. The net revenue of the Indonesia's state-owned enterprises keep on increasing. In 2016, the revenue on the level of 142 trillion rupiah, and in 2017 it reached 186 trillion rupiah, and 2018 the number is on the level of 200 trillion rupiah. According to Rini, the synergy of state-owned enterprises is very helpful in achieving the profits of the state-owned company. If in the past there were SOEs with a poor performance, SOE Energy really helped to get better. Rini also expressed her hope that the total SOE profits in the future could reach more than 500 trillion rupiah. So which SOE or state-owned enterprises recorded the biggest revenue by the third quarter in 2018? We're going to see the data. This is the 5 state-owned enterprises with the biggest net profit by third quarter in 2018. The first one, we got Pertamina with the total net profit achieved is 5 trillion rupiah, and Bank BNI 11 trillion rupiah, Telkom 14 trillion rupiah, and Bank Mandiri 19 trillion rupiah, and the biggest SOE achieving the highest profit in Indonesia was Bank BRI for the third quarter in 2018, achieving 24 trillion rupiah. Other than the list of state-owned enterprises that recorded profits, there are the list of SOE that experiencing loss. For example, State Electricity Company or PLN, as much as 18 trillion rupiah on the third quarter in 2018. Achieving huge profits doesn't mean have any debts. The next data will be the list of state-owned enterprises that have a biggest debt. We are going to see the next data. The first one is Pertamina with the debt achieving 522 trillion rupiah. And then we've got PLN, Bank Negara Indonesia or BBNI, Bank Mandiri with a total of the debt achieving 997 trillion rupiah. And the biggest debt is for Bank BRI with the total debt achieving 1,008 trillion rupiah. The beauty of the field of restructurization and business development in the Ministry of State-Owned Enterprises, Aloysius Roy, mentioned that the total debt of all SOEs achieved 5,271 trillion to quarter 3, 2018. The total asset achieved 7,718 trillion rupiah, while the equity of the restructurization reaching 2,414 trillion, and some listed state-owned enterprises recorded a huge number of dividend sharing. Who are those? We're going to see the data. The next data will be the largest state-owned enterprises for dividend sharing in 2018. Telkom or Telekomunikasi Indonesia is the state-owned enterprises that achieving the largest dividend sharing in 2018. After Telkom, we've got Bank Rakyat Indonesia, Bank Mandiri, Pertamina, Bukit Asam, BNI, Pegadaian, and PGN or PGN. The numbers of state-owned enterprises had conducted annual general meeting of shareholders and sharing dividends for the shareholders for the year 2018. Telekomunikasi Indonesia or Telkom becoming a state-owned enterprises that shares the most big dividend with 16.23 trillion rupiah dividend shared. Such dividend of Telkom reflect the dividend payout ratio at 90% of the 2018 net income at 18.03 trillion rupiah. And we're hoping for the best for the performance of Indonesia's state-owned enterprises. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back.